and the Los Angeles Rams. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go here in Inglewood. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proving to be a really hard team to beat.
And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 9. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 25 on that connection. Good for a Rams first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
3rd down, 3 to go. They'll try to run for it with Williams. First down and more inside the 25. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. They get 21 on that one. First down, L.A.
19-yard line.
They'll run it. First carry of the game for Blake Cora. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
2nd down, it's Stafford. Quick throw on a slant, taken in by Smith.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's out wide to Williams. And looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up first and goal.
Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they're on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
To throw is Stafford. Open man, that's Adams.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
The ball right on the 5-yard line, second down and goal. The RPO, that one is complete. And he'll take this one in. Puka Nacua, touchdown Rams. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench to the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Extra point try forthcoming.
For the extra point.
He's got it. And the Rams will take a 7-0 lead.
The score, Rams 7, Lions nothing.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
Yeah, and all Jared Goff does every year, Mike, is lead one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL. But I'm not sure he gets the credit he deserves. I think so many people wanted to give credit to Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell, and rightfully so, as he makes this transition to kind of the next era of Lions football without Ben Johnson. I think people are going to see just how big of an impact Jared Goff had, not only in the 15 games they won last year, but they believe they have a Super Bowl contending team in Detroit.
An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
They'll go play action with Goff. A throw on the move is caught. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
First down, Lions.
11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Lions first down. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. He'll take this down to the 23. Tackle made by Nate Landman.
At the 23-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. Once again, it's Gibbs. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Detroit.
First down, Detroit.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Brought down at the 10-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. Tight end going in motion here. A 2nd down throw for Goff. That's the 3rd-round rookie pick, Isaac Tesla. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to have the 1st down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory. And certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short. Gets a fresh set of downs. And now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Montgomery trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today.
Still 2nd down.
From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up 3rd down.
A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on 3rd and goal. And he's in. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
Detroit.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Rams offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. Stafford now. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. He'll find his tight end. It's Colby Parkinson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Stafford now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Lions offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now, Goff. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
2nd and 10. Quick throw on the RPO is complete. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal. After this. Lions ball to begin this 2nd quarter. 1st down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. As we are ready to get back underway. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. And he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion left. On play action, Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
30-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing here is Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to the 1st down.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. That's over the middle. Caught by Tesla. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Here's Gibbs. And some good blocking, springing a gain of 9 as we get to third down.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game, force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Jared Verse there to make the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Goff. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
They'll try it now with Gibbs. And he's going to have the Lions first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
Just a great effort by the back. I mean, just the ability to keep your legs moving, to make sure he had enough to pick up the first down. He's able to move the chain by a few, and just a great call, great execution, especially given the circumstances.
And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start.
Still first down.
They'll run the draw with Gibbs. And pick up 3 or maybe 4. Jared Verse there to make the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. He'll swing this out to Montgomery. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put 2 guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And that one doinks off the right upright. No good. And the score remains tied at 7.
You can see the body language of the kicker, Mike. Once it left his foot, he was kind of leaning. He was trying to bring that one back towards the middle. But that's the sound you dread as a kicker. It reverberates around the stadium, off the upright, no good.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. Right side, complete to Nakua. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
Stafford now on 2nd down. That's caught by Puka. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, or back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
They'll go again here with Williams. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
2 minutes to play. 1st half, all tied at 7. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Harrison on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
That one is good. And the Rams get 3 here late in the 1st half to take the lead.
End up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now headed back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here beginning with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. Goff to St. Brown for a big one. A gain of 57 yards.
First down, Detroit.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. The Lions call their first timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock is stopped with 35 seconds to go in the second quarter. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. The Rams offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot.
One final throw before the break. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
1st down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
On the ground, this is Gibbs. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down.
He's taken down at the 30.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, the give to St. Brown. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 11. Good for a Lions 1st down.
So the challenge of these jet sweeps, Mike, is they happen so fast. Nowadays in these offenses, there's so much pre-snap motion that you don't know if the receiver's just going in regular motion or are they timing it up with the snap to give them the jet sweep. So when you don't get an early read, you see the leverage and the contain of the defense break down. And these receivers and the way they can run, they get out into space. They are a handful to track down.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the 1st down.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Gibbs goes over the top and into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Lions are on top. It's 14-10.
Rams 10.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Rams offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a first down at the 44-yard line.
That's good for a Rams first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Rams first down. A give, and here comes Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. They go play action with Stafford. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Aiden Hutchinson in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. Look at that guy, slinged it across his body and connected. Give him 19 yards on 3rd and 18. They found a way to get it done. First down.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback. This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Stafford. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And he's out of bounds, a couple of yards short of the marker, so decision to make here as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Rams are back within a point. It's 14-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. He'll go play action with Goff. That's right side and into the hands of Tismar. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page. And that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. And I don't think he's got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
Mike, these are the spots that if I was a play caller, I think I'm calling up something down the field. You know the defense is really packed in tight, anticipating a run. Now's the time, play action and throw it over their head. They take a little bit more of a conservative approach, still get stopped for no gain, brings up 3rd and short.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
A gain of 1 yard.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
Now Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs, the ball carrier, brought down at the 48-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From a couple yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Goff. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. The tight end motioning left here. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there.
It's a gain of 8.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. To throw is Goff. To the outside, that's St. Brown. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. On the return, this is Blake Corum. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Rams offense getting set to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the give, it's Williams. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Second down, it's Stafford. Open man, that's Adams. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
A gain of
15-yard pickup there. First down, L.A.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
They put Adams in motion. A give left side. Here's Williams. Finds an alley to the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
And he won't quite get to the but they're going to be set up at the 2-yard line. They've got it. It'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up first and goal.
What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is first down and goal. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
It's a loss of 1.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal?
The motion man is Nakua. A shotgun snap to Stafford. The second down throw is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
For the lead, here is third and goal. Throwing, Stafford. That is caught by the tight end, Terrence Ferguson. Touchdown, L.A. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. The kick is good. And the Rams go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Lions 17.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Putting the tight end in motion. On first and 10, here's Goff. Short pass taken in by the tight ends. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
First down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game. Get him the ball.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Now on second and long. Throwing here is Goff. This one complete. It's to Slaw. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Down to the 10. And he will score. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here comes Corum. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And a up and down, just shy of the 40. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
On 1st down, Stafford. This throw right side is caught by Adams. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
They put Adams in motion. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Now a timeout Rams. That's number 2. And it comes with exactly 1 minute left in the game.
Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. On the ground, Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard
And with that run,
line.
this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. Here comes 2nd down. Parkinson. Stafford now on 2nd down. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
3rd and long. Here's Stafford. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim. So there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got it at about the 8. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down. That was something else. Big pickup on 4th and long. And they get a new set of down.
1st and goal at the 6-yard
Really nice
line.
job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
So it's a win here for the Lions. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.